Okay, welcome to a couple extra examples I wanted to throw out here for section 4.3 that you'll probably see in the homework. So our first problem here is they're asking us to find the equation of a parabola with the points -2, 0, 3, 0, 0, -3. What you want to do is you probably would want to graph those points to get a picture of it. And what I notice is based on this parabola is that it's got to open up. Based on the shape of the points. The other thing that we know is that there's our axis of symmetry or line of symmetry, which has to be halfway between -2 and 3. So halfway between -2 and 3 would be right about here at 1/2, which means that's where my vertex is going to be located. So my vertex is at 1/2 comma k, and that is the equation x equals 1/2. The other thing that we have here is these x-intercepts, and I'm going to use those values to help me write my equation for a parabola. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to leave it in factored form. So those x-intercepts, so what my equation will look like is y equals our a value, then times x squared plus bx plus c. But in factored form, we're going to have x minus, let's say x sub 1 for the first x-intercept, and times the binomial x minus x sub 2 for the second x-intercept. So right now I have a times x minus a -2, so minus a -2 makes that plus 2. My second x-intercept is at 3, so x minus 3. And now what we need to do is we need to find the a value. Well, to find our a value is going to be based on our other point here, the y-intercept. So we know that if we wrote out the equation as y equals ax squared plus bx plus c, that's my y-intercept value. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say, okay, my c has to be a -3. So if I were to multiply these two values together, that's a -6. I'm not going to FOIL it all out. I'm just focusing in on that y-intercept. Okay, but I need to be -3. So right now, if you distribute your a, we would have -6a has to be equal to that -3. So divide over the -6, a equals 1/2. So now we can write our equation and replace that a value with y equals 1/2 times x plus 2 times x minus 3. And there's my answer. The second problem states that, well, we've got to find b and c in our y equals ax squared plus bx plus c format right here with the given vertex. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is say my vertex I know is -b over 2a, comma, f of -b over 2a. So right now we're going to say -b over 2a is equal to that coordinate, x coordinate of 3. Well, at the same time, we know what our a value is. We'll substitute it in. So -b over 2 times -6, I'll put that in red so you can see that's where that value is going for a, is equal to 3. Well, let's see, -b, and we got a -6 on the bottom, that'll become positive. So b over 12 is equal to 3. We can multiply both sides by 12. b is equal to 36. So that part's done. So far, now we know we can put 36 right there for b. So we'll rewrite our equation. Y equals negative 6x squared plus 36x plus c. But you know a point on the parabola, x comma y, right there. So we're going to substitute in 2 for the y equals negative 6 times an x squared plus 36 times an x plus c, and we'll put the 3 in for our x, and we'll go solve this for c. So we're going to get 2 equals, let's see, negative 6 times 9, that's negative 54. 36 times 3, let's see, that's 90 plus 18, that's 108, plus c. 2 equals, well, that looks like a positive 54, plus c. When we combine those like terms, subtract over the 54, we get negative 52 for c. So now we found our c to be negative 52. So we found the b, we found the c. So if we wanted to write the whole equation, y equals negative 6x squared plus 36x minus 52. And that would be our answer for that equation.